And suddenly, the cook is on fire.
Apple wasn't way too hot in his place. Apple wasn't way too hot in his place. Apple wasn't way too hot in his place.
Put the chicken in the box.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us today. Thank you, Myra Page. Even though it's 1 o'clock in South Africa, you are still here. Thank you so much. I appreciate ya. Hello, Marshmallow Man. Thank you for being here. Juju B was in the house. Keith Kronk, thank you for being here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate ya. All 6 people watching. Cheers. It's Wine Down Wednesday. Hello, Blue. Hello. Thank you so much. Hey, Arsenic, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. So, not a whole lot going on today. Oops, I need to close that out. Go ahead.
It was gorgeous outside today. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it still is. Like, I want to go outside right now. Like, it's beautiful. I debated whether or not I should do this outside, but I couldn't have the control that I do in here on this computer. So, but yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. 8 people in the house. Let thyself be known. Thank you.
It's on fire.
Appreciate you. I just had so many good things happen today, like positive things, and I'm so excited. And like, I feel vibrations and stuff like that, and I always have, and stuff. So today I just felt like so good. Like, I felt great. Probably the best I felt in a long time. So, my son, I told you guys backstage, but a lot of people didn't know. My son is starting Scouts. So he is going to be a Dragon Scout. And I'm so excited. And we'll be doing a lot of things with him. And so my YouTube may change a little bit. Like, my hours of when I go live. My actual content, obviously, is not changing or anything like that. Hey, Sweet Pea! What's up, girl? Thanks for coming in. So I'm just excited about that. My son has just been so good the past couple of days, like really good. Just like mellow and chill. He's really good at the zoo. He's really good today. Like, I'm just really happy. So things are going really great. My garden is doing fantastic. Probably the best that it's ever been. Like, it's just like all the beam you up, Marshmallow Man. By the way, oh, thank you so much, Matt. That's so nice of you. Seriously, really nice. Thank you. Here's the linkage. You can come up. But yeah, so thank you so much. Everybody give Matt a big salute. Thank you so much. Okay, we got 9 people watching. Give us the thumbs up, y'all. So it's just really cool. You know why I really, really like Facebook Live? Is because it tells you exactly in the thing who's watching. I really love that face.
It is nice.
Yeah, because then I know I can either follow them or subscribe to them because they're watching, you know?
Yeah.
And so it really helps. Went to start the tractor up to work on the garden. The positive cable had corroded off. And now, oh, God, that sucks.
That's not good.
I have an extra one if you need it. It's in my car, all these miles away, but I have one. I actually have one of each.
Why?
Because I ordered the wrong part for my car one day, and that's why I have them. I was having battery issues. I thought I needed them and I didn't.
So I've just been like, the garden is doing great. We got carrots. I was really, really concerned about that. Like every year I get concerned about carrots because they're so fickle. You know, they're so like, but after a week or so, they finally popped up and we got carrots, which I'm excited that I've been dedicating a lot of my time to pulling weeds. So the garden just looks really dang good. It looks professional, you know? And so now I'm just waiting on my parsley and cilantro seeds to do their thing. Hello, Marshmallow Man. Thank you for coming up. Appreciate you.
Your weed fabric down is looking really nice. Oh, hi, Gil.
Yeah, that's probably, if you guys have a garden out there, I would highly suggest some weed fabric. It seriously has saved us so much time. And weeds can still grow on top of it. So you have to watch that. Because if there's like a cusp or if there's any dirt on the weed fabric, weeds can grow, dandelions can grow. You know, dandelions will pretty much grow anywhere. So
you might have just answered my question. I've been looking for something to put down on the ground so I don't have weeds all over my.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, weed fabric is the best thing. We got it off of Amazon. I don't even know what it's called, like what brand or anything, but it seriously is like saved us a ton of time. And then we used it on the other side when we're going to plant our watermelons and Boston Marrow and stuff like that.
Haas Tools was showing one on Joe's live that is actually really, really good.
That's probably way better than ours. Not that I'm usually go for cheap, and I don't want to like say anything negative about that, but Haas Tools probably has the top of the line stuff.
Yeah.
And Bootstrap Farmer is another one that has top of the line stuff. If you are just starting out gardening and you want the best of the best, Haas Tools, Bootstrap Farmer, those have the best. And by the way, Bootstrap Farmer has really good garden trays.
Yes.
They're real thick. And so if you're looking for garden trays that you don't have to keep buying every year because you bought those, Jiffy ones from Walmart and they cracked or something, you can buy the Bootstrap Farmer ones. You're just going to end up paying a lot of money for it because they're super expensive. But my husband one year invested some money in those trays and the domes. That's what we really needed, was those domes. And they're really great. Everything's made out of a really extremely thick plastic. And so it won't break or get brittle with the lights and stuff that we're using. So something to think about. But everybody has to start out somewhere. And we have used Jiffy trays. We have used, Miracle-Gro trays. We have used it all. Those little peat tray things, we've used those. So, use whatever you can to grow whatever. But eventually, if you want to start investing in some better equipment, those are some great places to start.
I've used the silage tarp, which is a lot cheaper. It's a lot easier to get. You can get that at any farm store, but you have to keep it covered from the light. So you have to have wood chips or something over it to keep it covered. Yeah. Which then is an extra expense. You might as well go with the stuff you don't have to keep covered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over time, like your stuff can just get brittle from the sun. And depending on where you live, like Matt lives in Florida, you're really going to want to do some research because you'll probably want some good garden fabric down that has some good UV protection, stuff like that. Because over time, your garden fabric might not last. So you might have to replace it every 2 years because it's just probably going to get damaged from the sun. So that's something to think about as well. What were you going to say, Matt? I'm sorry.
That was it. I was just listening to the fabric. Trying to come up with ideas with it.
But yeah, it's been the best thing. And I was kind of like shocked because Haas Tools had that garden fabric that already has the holes cut out in it, which I thought was really cool. But at the same time, like, I don't know how I felt about that because we put our own holes in there for different things, you know. So I don't know. I'd like something a little more flexible.
Well, Courtney, I've been, I have lists in Amazon for my garden one. About 3 years ago, I started adding some of the different fabric ones down, and they're different weights. There's let's see if I can get the right one here. So the 3.2 ounces by that's I guess I'm not sure if that's a square yard or a square foot, but it's 3.2 ounces is the cheap one by DeWitt, and then the better one by DeWitt is 4.1 ounce, and then there's another company called I'm gonna butcher. I'm just gonna spell it WAENLIR, and that's 5.8 ounce. And I got them all saved. I saved them on my wish list. That's just, that last one. I mean, that stuff looks like body armor.
Yeah.
And example of it: a 3 foot wide, 100 foot long roll of it's $49.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. We bought the DeWitt, I believe, and
But yeah, DeWitt has two different weights in it. The 3 foot wide, 300 foot is $88, whereas the 6 foot wide, 250 foot is $167.
Yeah,
that's also the 4.1 ounce one. So and I think, and let's see, Stringfield Ridge Farm uses it. I forget who else. They were talking about the DeWitt. I think they're using the 4.1. They roll it up every year. They do all their soil stuff in spring, roll it back out, and plant.
Yeah, we don't do that. We can't. But yeah, that sounds really super smart. We don't really mess with the soil too much, unless we're putting an egg in the hole or something like that. But we don't really mess with the soil that much.
I mean, when they mess the soil, but they're out there, they're they're spreading the manure out, the wood chips, and that stuff out on top, and then they put the stuff on top, and everything just
Yeah, that's a really super good idea.
The worms go nuts. Have a field day, and it's breathable.
Yeah. Hello, Roy. Roy and Becky's Travels. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you.
Oh, hi. I just met them. Not that long ago.
Yeah, Jay, we do that too. We take the cables off our battery for our tractor.
Thing is, I use the tractor all winter long.
Yeah, you use it to plow and everything.
It has been sitting in there about 3 weeks since the last time I used it, and I guess it was just slowly corroding away, but it just
Did you use a lot of salt where you were plowing with it or something? Maybe I don't know.
No,
that's weird.
But I've replaced the battery on that tractor once already. Last year, I replaced it. But the problem is with the clamp on it. It's one of those really thin copper strips that just wraps around the post, and so it doesn't take much for that to corrode away.
Oh yeah.
But I got some heavy duty ones for that I was using when I was setting up my solar stuff using lead acid batteries. So I got a bunch of those big ones. I just trim the wire, put it on there, clamp it on there, and that'll take about 200 years.
Hey, Blends.
That'll work.
Hey, Blends.
Oh, thanks for coming in, Monica. Appreciate you. Long time no see.
Yeah. Oh, so. But Courtney, if you want, I can share those different types of weed barrier if you want me to.
I don't care. Go ahead. Hey,
Right.
Pigskin. Thanks for coming up, Pigskin Blitz.
Pigskin Blitz.
What's up? Thank you for coming in, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, Jay, that's a good tip about that covering the connectors with heavy grease after you clean them.
They have a special spray you can spray on it that does the same thing. That's easy to clean.
All right,
so this is the 3.2 ounce stuff, and you can get it in 3 foot wide, 4 foot wide, 6 foot wide. This is the 4.1 ounce stuff, and you can get it in 6 foot wide, 3 foot wide, what's there and stuff. And this is that 5.8. 5.8 ounce.
Yeah.
20-year heavy duty weed barrier.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know which one my husband got, but that's pretty cool. I know it was super expensive, whatever he got. So.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like this $50 per roll, 3 foot roll, and that's probably what we put our rows at a 3 foot spacing between them and stuff. And if we're planting tomatoes or rainbow chard or whatever it is, some of that, especially if we're doing melons or squash, those are going to go everywhere. So you're going to want some space between it. So
hey Jay, thanks for coming in.
So this what we're going to get here is this one here.
Yeah, it makes sense. The 20-year one, even if they lie, it still makes sense. Even if it lasts you 5 years, it's still some good stuff. So good stuff, guys. Think about the garden fabric. It really does save you.
Louis just has a tiny little puppy. You can tell from his voice. He's not a very big dog. He's just a puppy.
I was shocked by the 20-year too, because I wow, that's
yeah.
But
and that's the type of stuff when you lay it out, depending on how much space you want between your rows, you're not going to put holes in it per se. What you're going to do is you're going to lay it out, and you're going to lay the other stuff right next to it, and where it just laps over an inch, and then where you want to put a plant, you're just going to peel back a little bit so the plant can grow, and then you put it like use some of the spikes that come with it to hold it open, and then that way you can just plant right there, and it'll keep all the weeds down.
Yeah, Bland's. I was just actually talking to Matt about that because he lives in Florida, and I'm like, you really have to watch like the UV stuff on your fabric and stuff to see how long it will really last, because the sun really beats up stuff like that. We got Shawnee Shab in the house, and it looks like we have Howie. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
And don't forget, your altitude plays a big factor in the UV rays, because Texas and Florida, you guys are down, almost sea level. Yeah. Up here, we're almost 5,000 feet, and the UV probably does 3 times as much damage up here as it does down at sea level.
Mm-hmm. I'm right next to the water too, so I'm really low.
Yeah, I burn holes in my fabric too. I use like a torch, and we just, we'll use that to put the holes in for the plants and stuff. That makes sense. Case. Oh, Orange City Farms, cool. Eric would not be having it. Yeah. It our fabric has lasted us 4 years now. It's doing pretty good, and we've actually used it for like around our beds too. Just to keep the weeds down from trying to get into the beds. So,
one of the things, I'm not sure how well this stuff holds together if you make a cut or whatever, but from Boy Scouts, when we were working with the paracord, we had got it from Harbor Freight, the little wood burning tool. Mm-hmm. And so it just, and it just cuts the paracord and melts it together, so you don't get frays and everything else. And it works good for cutting plastic and other things too.
Yeah.
Those propane weeders that have the heads that are about this big around, that's what they use for burning in that fabric. I have one of those. I just don't have the fabric.
Yeah, I have one too.
They heat it up, turn it off, and then you just push it through.
Yeah.
And it makes a perfect circle to plant in.
Mhm.
About a 4-inch circle. I think mine's maybe even a 6-inch circle. I got
And
it.
There's Jay coming out with a comic remark. Coat the fabric of SP40.
Just Scotch guard it. That's all. You just need Scotch guard like the sofa.
Yeah.
We use an old plastic pool liner as a barrier on the edges of our garden now, but inside the garden yeah, that's a good idea. We had a pool liner from my mom's old pool, but I still have like a bunch of metal and stuff from my mom's old pool because when we went to scrap it, they didn't pay anything for it. So yeah, so we still have a bunch of that too. We were gonna make raised garden beds out of it.
Ooh, maybe some tall ones too. Like, yeah. Ooh.
So we were thinking about that. Right now, we added more space, and we have other ideas. So
With those real tall steel panels from the pools.
yeah,
If you don't want it that tall, dig down and set it down in
yeah,
area for the voles and the mice and whatever from digging into it.
mm-hmm. Just have so much to do out there yet, and put together. And right now, we're hardening off all of our plants so we can put them outside. So this weekend, we will have everything on the ground. Everything will be planted. I'm so excited.
Not me. Nothing.
I got you beat, Courtney. My tomato plants, my pepper plants, and my pot plants went in the ground today.
Today, huh? Wow. You're not going to get any more frost?
I don't know, but I got 5-gallon pails and tarps.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
The weather,
Monica,
no, like for the most part, we had some nice weather, and then it went back to seasonal temperatures, and it's starting to get back nice again, where the evening is seasonal temperatures. So as long as I keep the evening watch for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just noticed something.
I just start playing.
King Poopah put his membership thing in it. Member for 19 months. I was a member for 4 months before your husband joined.
Matt has been a member for 17 months. Thank you so much. I have members that have been members since the very beginning. So thank you guys. I really appreciate that. It helps out my farm. 99 cents a month. That's $12 a year to be a member here. It's so inexpensive. And I feel like I give way more than $12 a year. So it's always fun. Feel like I'm playing from behind. Yeah. Ginger's phone goes from 22 months, Ginger Ninja. Yoo-hoo!
14 for
Thank
Tammy.
I was a little slow. Sorry.
I think I was one of your first members because I'm at 23 months, and Ginger Ninja was your number one fan. So
yeah, you were. I think, Gil. Honestly, I think you were one of my first people. Tammy said she wasn't going to join until I got my 100th subscriber.
I wanted to be number 100. Okay, I was holding out, but then
be number 100. So she was, or not my 100 subscriber, 100 member.
Yeah, and then I think I gave in before then, but I wanted to get to the membership classes. Courtney has some great membership classes.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just want to teach everybody what I'm learning. It took me a long time to learn the knowledge that I have, so you guys are awesome. Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you guys for being members. Seriously. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you. I wouldn't be able to move forward without your memberships. So, thank you. when I first started doing this, I was really unsure if I wanted to even do members because I didn't know what I could give back. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for holding on this long, and I really appreciate every single one of you. You really have no idea. Like, thank you. Yeah. So I added. Hey, Guardian. Oh, I got people texting me. My husband, my brother's texting me. Hey, Guardian, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you for still being a member and sticking it out. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that, Matt. That's
I was asking.
Oh, no, they haven't. I thought you said they did.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, never mind.
It's all good. Yeah. So, Guardian, I don't know. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, Myra said, in South Africa. So I don't know if you want to come up or not. But here's the link. Oh, okay. Thank you, Monica, for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it.
Bye,
you.
Monica. Good to see you.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
There's the link if you want to come up, Guardian. What was I going to say? Oh, I've had issues today with my contacts.
Whoa, there they are. Grab them while you can, folks. Grab them while you can. All right, there it is. It's going out. Idaho Garden Girl, Old Ways Garden and Prepping. Myra Page, Hello Tofu, and David Gray grabbed them.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. It's awesome. Hopefully everybody utilizes that and takes advantage. I added 3 more videos onto my Whyde family farm. It's just like 3 old school videos about how we got started and some of our first like original videos that are so horrible. So if you want to watch that and see, how far we have been, how far we've made it from then until now, I mean, it's unbelievable. So take a look at that. It's really cool.
The auction one was kind of fun to see when you were getting your geese and your turkeys. They went for a lot of money down there.
Yeah, we sold one for $400.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's goose, market goose, went for $2,000. Yeah.
That's insanity.
Does not seem the same getting a gift memberships without the spinning wheel of chance. Sorry.
Yeah.
But thank you guys. Thank you, Matt. Seriously.
I don't know if Myra is still here, but at least it did give it to one person that was in the chat.
I wanted to try it, see if it did anything different.
No, the goose does not lay a golden egg. But around here, how do I say this? Around here, we have people in the community that have a ton of money. Like one particular has like seriously $1 million house. So when he comes to the fair, he doesn't hesitate to give back. Right. And I'm serious. Like when he buys hogs, they put his name above who bought it. He'll spend like 10 grand on a hog for the year.
And most of these animals he's buying, are they 4-H animals?
They're 4-H, yeah.
That's why.
So he's for a kid. Yeah.
Yes. So he helps the kids.
Gil, Ginger Ninja just stuck her tongue out at you. She was number 1. You don't get number 1. She just had a different account.
Really? Let's see that other account.
She did have another account. And actually, you know what? You guys probably will never know this and probably never find it. But Ginger Ninja has come up on my panel before. Can you believe it?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe it. It's crazy.
Yeah, but unless you're still a member with that original account, then I don't think that counts anymore because you
Back with back and forth on the technicalities. We're gonna need a judge soon. Matt, you're the judge.
Now, yeah,
if
she may still, if she didn't stop the payments on the other one, she could still be an active member on the other account.
Mhm.
So if she brings up the other account and just says at me, I'll give her a high five. I'll give her a high 10.
You know what's really funny is like I had Huga. I've had Huga on my panel before, but I had her when she was just CB, you know.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why everybody said hi CB the other day, and I couldn't see CB.
Yeah, she changed the name from CB to Hugo Homestead. I remember when she did it. Confused the heck out of us for a week.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to pronounce her name, and I felt like a jackass. I'm like, how do you pronounce that? I call her Huggy or something. Higgy.
Yeah. Everyone's going Huggy, and it's Huga. It's Danish.
If you wait first, you last. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Trophy just for participating.
We lost you on that one.
Yeah, we lost you. What's up?
She goes, I'm just saying, if you ain't first, you're last. Shake and bake. And I go, well, in the schools nowadays, you get a participation trophy just for showing up.
Wah, wah.
You saw my post. In the schools these days, you can identify as a cat and walk around in a.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah,
My gosh.
never mind. The school that doesn't count, Gil. Technicality that does not count.
Yeah,
I would love to see. I would love to see if Ginger still has that other account active. That would be so cool. That would be absolutely fantabulous. There was somebody on one of my on mine who had a glitch and it got canceled. Her account, she had to restart over.
Aww.
But she's still paying on the other one. She goes, don't worry about it. It's only 99 cents a month. So I had this blank one that said channel deleted. And I'm still getting 99 cents a month from her other channel.
Oh, well, that's nice. Cooking with Sugarwoo. Is it Sugarwoo? Paul's wife. Sweet. Thanks for coming in. I hope I pronounced that. Sugarwoo.
Sugarwoo.
Yeah. Thank you. You sound Southern. Are you Southern? Cooking with Sugarwoo. Oh, my Lord. Look who it is. It's the Guardian. I hit it. Why didn't you pop out? Okay.
There
Oh,
it is.
look. You look ominous with the blue light.
Ooh.
That is a cool lighting there.
Very cool.
Hey, hope that everybody's doing well.
Yeah. What's
Uh-huh.
up?
Good to see you guys. Yeah,
It's good to see you.
Things have been pretty busy on my side. Life is as active as it always is. So yeah, thank you for having me up on the panel. I really appreciate that. And yeah, it's good to see everybody. How specifically to Gil, Tammy, Ops as well. Always good to see you, Marshmallow Man. Good to see some familiar people around.
Well,
Hey,
thank
Guardian, on your exercising videos, I usually play them on the TV in front of the gazelle. So while you're exercising, I'm out there working on the gazelle watching you.
He does a really great Tony Little impression.
Hey.
That's awesome, Gil. Thank you for the support as well. Like, I definitely appreciate that. Like,
He has
And
a
unfortunately, I
ball cap.
can't comment on the TV.
He has a ball cap with a ponytail on it, and he gets all into it.
Hey, my last one, I pulled a Barry Allen. If you know who Barry Allen is, the Flash. I edited it on fast forward five times. Did it again. I'm just like,
I think you see that's the thing. Sometimes, obviously, with like fitness videos and stuff as well, there's always the option to like fast forward certain segments as well. I usually think that like certain videos can be like if done correctly, like they can still be engaging and interesting as well if you like fast forward the right segments. But it's just more for the position and the form. That's where I try and like focus on heavily too, is just to show the progression of the form. And then the whole idea is that if you're going to make content, that's why I'll sometimes sit for like 2 hours editing a video, and then that's where I release a video daily. It's just like sometimes that time that it makes to just put a little bit of extra effort in, to just go the extra mile to make it so that if anybody had to pick up any of your videos, would they find it palatable as a viewer? Or would it just be like a video that's just kind of, because the fast forwarding thing is absolutely brilliant, right? I'm almost tempted sometimes because of time restraints and certain schedules and activities that it would be so much faster for me to put slam the whole video into like an editing platform or something, and then make it like ×5 or ×10, and then just like have that as the video. I've thought of that, and then the video is only like 2 minutes long as well, when it's like an hour long recording. So I don't know, just rambling. Sorry.
You're not.
Well, when I edit mine,
you're fine.
When I edit mine to do the fast forward, I use Pinnacles. I put it in there, and I choose the section I want to go to time lapse on it and do it to 500. What takes the exact amount of time? Like if it's a 40-minute video part of it, it takes 40 minutes to do that, and take it from 40 minutes down to 8 minutes, and then to do it the next time, I save it and I put it back in, and then I can do that section again. Then it only takes 8 minutes to take that down to 2 minutes.
The thing you need to remember, though, if you're monetized, is 4 minutes and under, you only get 1 ad. 8 minutes, you get 2 ads.
That,
so you really want to make.
Yeah. They can't monetize a video that's under 4 minutes.
Yeah. So if you're over 8 minutes, you get 1 at the beginning, 1 in the middle, 1 at the end.
Yeah.
So you really got to make sure it's you start out making videos of the right length, because you get people used to watching that length video for you, even if you're not monetized. You need to make sure you're making them of that length if that's your goal.
Yeah, Viper helped me so much with stuff like that. And the one thing he did help me with was like, you need to make between 9 and 10 minute videos. And once you get that sweet spot like that, then you get all the ads. Sorry, I sound so stuffy. My allergies today are killing me. My eyes were burning. They're cloudy. My nose is all stuffed up. I need more wine. I don't. Hi, Vitra.
It's like that one I did the super fast, the 40 minutes down into 2 minutes. Well, I got like 20 seconds at the beginning that I'm just talking, and then I talked about at the end what I did. And I made, and so basically that one turned out to be 4 minutes and 33 seconds overall. So but then when people watching the high speed stuff, it's only like 2 minutes. It's like, okay, I can watch that, and they just laugh. They're laugh. I know they're laughing. I know they're lauing because it looks funny. But then and I'm talking about stuff, and I get comments, about the comment about me talking about, thanks for this information, thanks for that, or whatever. So.
Well, the thing is that, Gil, you can definitely see that you are in a good form. Like, you can see that you work out, you can see you're healthy, you can see that you're in good shape, and that's
he has wonderful posture, does he not?
I know, specifically.
Yeah,
like,
unfortunately, I still have this.
I'm all like
have this spare tire on the front. It's slowly getting smaller, but I got another 30 pounds to take off my belly.
Yes, and it really comes down to, I know it's going to sound very cliche, and even though absolutely promotes healthiness, like healthy living as well, and just people being active as much as possible, I also just want people to always just kind of be happy with where they're at. Because if they're unhappy with where they're at, then on a daily basis, then they feel that unhappiness for no good reason. And it's just like, I understand that, that we've got all sorts of different perspectives on things and stuff like that. But like, when you are on the way, you say that you got the front tire, the belly in the front, that type of thing, like, just be like comfortable and happy, and obviously move towards being something that you prefer either way, whatever that may be. But like, the judgment that's passed on people and stuff as well, like in a world that's so materialistic and things. And I'm not even trying to, I'll step off my soapbox in a second. But what I'm trying to say is that like it's just important for people to realize that like acceptance of oneself and really, and we can say, oh, you know, the cheesiness of like self-love and stuff like that. But if you really want to love other people, it's impossible to do so without like that first being comfortable and just, you know, happy with where you're at and stuff as well. So, and remembering that, it's easy to say and it's easy to hear and, oh, that's cool, I agree with it. But like to actually practice that on a daily basis is, I guess, the crux of it.
Yeah.
I love your inspiration, Guardian. You always have something positive and you always bring something really good to the table when you come.
So a lot of people will also kind of have a front where they will pretend to be all positive and of light and they'll pretend to be helpful and that type of thing. And they'll like, if you watch them for long enough, then you'll start seeing like cracks between like the lines where they're trying to portray that type of thing. Because everybody, even myself, have like bad days. But you could ask the people in my personal life, I genuinely like the things that I'm speaking about. I don't just speak like, you know, I'm not just blowing smoke and saying certain things and then living a different way. I'm genuinely like living what I'm preaching as well. So I'm not just trying to be like, yeah, you know, you're supposed to be comfortable with yourself. Like I was overweight quite heavily like over the last couple of years and I was still confident and happy within myself and stuff like that. But like, I genuinely think that the benefits of being more active, even things as simple as going to go fetch a cool drink for yourself or something, like the effort it takes to go get a cool drink now that I've like lost quite a bit of weight over the last little while, like, and also doing so naturally and healthy and doing herbal everything, like not doing any weird stuff to get yourself like in a different position. But yeah, all I'm saying is it's great. And I really appreciate that you note that I do try and be positive, Sammy, and I always see the same thing from you. You've always got a lot of good input and that's important. So yeah.
Now, one of the things that one of the things I noticed when I was back in last August, when I lost that first 17 pounds and I got down to 198, and the staff sergeant came up here, she goes, "Wow, you lost more," and she was more touchy feeling. It's like, okay, I'm losing another 15.
Yeah, no, it'll do that for you. It's good. It's really good.
Whatever motivation works. Whatever motivation works.
Yeah.
That's true. And also just like the whole momentum thing, like doing something small for yourself and starting off wherever you can and not like trying to overachieve or something like that. Starting off like just a little bit of something every day that you wouldn't usually do, like something that's when it comes to being like healthy, even go for a short walk. And if you're unable to do walking, because I know that some people are disabled as well, like whatever you can do, even if it's just go for like, just get your cardio up, just get your heart beating basically.
And that's one thing where that Gazelle is good at, because that is practically, it is a very low impact exercise because your feet aren't hitting the ground. They're on those pads. So all you, it's like you're swaying your legs, but you're working. And if you lean back, you lean forward, you're using different muscles. And so I'm not killing my knees. I'm not killing my ankles. And it works really good for a lot of people. I mean, it's like
You're okay, Diggs.
It's just one of those things that's low impact and it works. And I noticed one of the other things too is cutting out certain foods. It's like, oh man, I want that. But then it's like, yeah, I feel kind of better without it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ding, ding. However, I must agree. I've always, poo-pooed it, but now I totally agree. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
It is.
Sugar is a big one. Yeah. Sugar is, that's the problem with, I could say something that could get me into trouble. Sugar. Just be careful of sugar is all I'm going to say. Like there's a problem internationally when it comes to glucose and what it really does for you. And there's some studies and interesting talks and interesting research if you want to go down the rabbit hole and finding out just how bad glucose is for you. Like overall, like there's a war on it in some certain circles. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I've actually switched to having honey in my coffee. And really trying to cut out the white sugar. That doesn't cut down the calories or make it any more healthier for me, but it does cut out the white sugar. There are ways to cut out the white sugar and still be natural and awesome. unhealthy, but sweet.
I'm just gonna call you Sugar Woo. Okay. Sugarboo, that's awesome. I'm so glad you lost that. That's like
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, the thing is, you take the sugar molecule and the cocaine molecule, and there's just one thing different in that in the makeup of it, and it's like, dang, it's
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The
No,
whole thing
twigs, don't lose any weight. You're a twig.
Yeah, honey's got so many health benefits too, though. Like it's really, there's a lot of positive health benefits to honey as opposed. I don't know if you having the regularity of things. I know that if you have too much honey, too much of anything can be a bad thing, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I know everything I have learned about, because when I was pregnant, I was a diabetic when I was pregnant. So everything I've learned then from now has changed over the past 5 years. So I feel like I am not really great on this subject anymore. I was told that honey is great alternative, and a lot of the people that are diabetic use honey, but they also have to watch too, because that is also sugar.
Yeah.
So
it's still it doesn't react the same as sugar into your hypoglycemic index, but it still affects it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. Is my grandmother was diabetic. She had 9 children. Of the 2 that lived into of the 7 that lived into adulthood, they were all diabetics. Well, except for my aunt, who had to had kidney failure and insulin in her fridge. She wasn't diabetic.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because obviously diabetes is like in part hereditary. So you have to, people that obviously have diabetics in their family have to be quite cautious when they have children and youngsters because they can develop it as well. So they should just be cautious of overeating sugar and not exercising enough, not being healthy enough, specifically today where it's all about cell phones and technology and stuff, keeping kids more or like just not even really being as active as they used to be, and then you put in the sugar with that, and that's cause for trouble. Yeah.
Yeah. Sugarboo, how did you even hear about us? Was it just randomly? That's so cool. I'm so glad you're in the chat. Cool. Oh, you're off to work. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming in.
See ya.
Everybody subscribe to Sugarboo. I'm going right now to the channel.
And okay. About United States, and back to this here. I'm going to throw it down here in the chat here. Here's the link to her channel.
She has 88 subscribers. She's about to get a bunch more. Subscribe, ring the bell, comment on her shorts.
99 videos too.
Nice.
98 videos. Sorry, 98. Yeah.
And she's from PA. That's not too far from here. That's cool. Thank you.
Very cool.
And she has a coffee short, so
Yeah.
we can be friends. We have something in common.
I wish I could drink coffee. It just has become like when I drink it, it just hurts so bad. My stomach just hurts. I can't do it. And I really love iced coffee with all the fixings. Like, of course, who doesn't want all that cream and sugar? Me. But I can't do it anymore. Hey, Roberta. Oh, hi, sweetheart.
It is closing on 2 a.m. here, so I will have to get off just for a second. I just wanted to say hello to everybody and hope that everybody's doing well. So yeah, absolutely.
It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm really glad you came up so we could see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Chat. I'll make sure that when I am up at this time, it's just life is being upside down and crazy.
Yeah.
So many things. But anyway, stay active, everybody, and keep healthy and look after each other. Bye for now.
Oh, have a good night.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Thanks for coming in, Roberta. I appreciate you. Yeah. I drink 1 cup a day. I poop it back out. Thank you.
Well,
Definitely.
you know,
It would not be a time without the poop troop.
that's right. We have to always turn the conversation to this. And you can actually drink hot water first thing in the morning and it will do the same thing.
Well, there you go.
That's a trick
Hi,
if you're
Guardian.
potty training kids. Give them a glass of something hot first thing in the morning when they wake up, and then you can potty train them more easily.
I didn't know
I
that.
should have to try that with my grandson.
It works. I used it on my son to help, because the number 1 you can catch anytime, but it's harder to figure out number 2 unless you can get them on a nice morning schedule. That's why all the old grandpas always had a cup of coffee first thing in the morning, that hot drink, and it could be hot water.
That's very interesting.
Well, I'm not sure if he'll like hot water, but I know he'll like the hot apple cider.
That works. It just has to be hot. It just has to be a hot drink.
Yeah, I wish I could. I just need a boost in the morning sometimes, and I can't. Tea just does not do it for me. When I drink a cup of tea, I'm out. It doesn't matter if it has caffeine or not. But yeah. By the way, I had this wonderful Vietnamese tea. I have been trying to mimic it ever since. I need to go back. I had it at the pho place. The pho cooking or whatever. It was Vietnamese tea, and it had cream.
You have a Vietnamese restaurant by you?
Yeah.
Well, Becca may be upset because we may not be going for Mexican this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was delicious, and I had this wonderful tea. It was very sweet, and they put like milk and stuff in it, and it was absolutely wonderful. But and there's 2 different types of tea in it, and there was a lot of caffeine, but it was green tea and black tea mixed together or something. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. Ooh. I love apple cider too. Since I had my gallbladder taken out, I can drink apple cider without having to go to the bathroom instantly. There was no issues there. It takes longer to process or something, but yeah.
Lipton makes these little instant packets, and I absolutely love that in the summer. The apple cider packets. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
Yeah, I imagine that would be good because I do love it. Starbucks used to do an apple cider drink in the fall. They would do hot apple cider, and then it's a hot caramel apple cider, and they'd put whipped cream on the top and then drizzle it with caramel.
Oh, that sounds
so
really
good. It's so good. Yeah. Is it pho?
It's caramel. Oh, it's like mainlining the sugar again.
No. Is it pronounced po? Roberta, I always say po. I don't know if that's right. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's pho.
Or pho.
Yeah, I think. I don't really know. I'm not great at it. But they had really good food. I'm just super picky. I got the chicken. You can get pork and stuff. And the thing is that the food cooks in the broth. So then it comes with, this is what I thought was really cool. It comes with Thai holy basil, some jalapenos, and some bamboo sprouts on the side. So you can put those right in there and let them cook. It's interesting. So yeah, we might be going there.
So,
I'll
Joe, neither package has come yet, huh?
Neither package.
Because
I'll never forget. I was really, when I was younger, a really part of this town's historical society. I really love history, right? So one year we were putting together this historical festival, and we had these farm people come in. They were bringing in their apples from the apple orchard, and they made their own apple cider. So they brought in a bunch of stuff to sell. Well, they must have had it sitting around for a minute because it turned hard. So they were selling hard apple cider to people and didn't know it. But yeah,
I bet they sold a lot before they realized. I mean, people go, I want some more of that apple cider.
yeah, it just must have been sitting around in the gallon jugs for a while or something. But yeah, I'll never forget that. What is that? Oh, ooh.
That's the package that came today I told you about. So.
Yeah, Joe. These are the envelopes I sent in. They should both have come in this type here, and they checked it for size and everything, weighed it, and next time I'm going to get tracking on it.
Just message me the address that you sent it to.
Shoot, I'm trying to remember.
If it's my old work address, that means it should get forwarded to another address.
Hang on here.
Thanks, Roberta. I had to go to the bathroom, you guys. I'll be right back. Would drink some of that. Meow. Oh gosh.
That was
Outdoor Eagle.
Valley Road.
Okay, that's my home, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a story for you. Talking about drinks, right? I was in seventh or eighth grade. I had an all-star game. So I would come home, grab a pitcher of iced tea in a fridge, and go into my recliner and just drink tea, watch the Mets game, whatever's on TV, and enjoy the night. Well, my uncle used to have parties with my aunts. He used to make a pitcher of whiskey sour.
Oh.
So I went. I was totally exhausted, and I got the pitcher, tasted. I'm like, wow, this is some real sour iced tea, But I'm so thirsty and lazy, I don't want to get up. So I had two glasses, and all of a sudden I had another. I'm like, this is not iced tea. So I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? Am I going to get out of this to say, well, I had the whole thing and thought it was iced tea? Or should I say, oh, I stopped. I didn't realize it. Well, I had the whole entire pitcher. I'll never forget that. And you know what? I never had a hangover since with whiskey sours.
Ooh.
Never had a hangover ever.
Those are good, but a whole pitcher of that's brutal.
Yeah, and I was only like 7th or 8th grade. The only reason why I know that because my brother was in high school still, so he was,
Your metabolism at the time took care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hello, Green Granny.
Hello. Hi, Green Granny.
Hello. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Well, I'm going to step out for a second. I'm just going to put my avatar. I got to run out and check the battery charger on the tractor battery. See if it's charged yet, so I'll be back in a minute.
You doing okay today, Joe? You tired? You can see my face. I'm just totally exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm not Ubering tonight. I still got to do my packages of winnings for the last 2 weeks. So it's not too many, but I'm just too tired to do it, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I might just come home early tomorrow night and get it done tomorrow. I'm worried about my garden, though. I had somebody going into my potatoes. They're in grow bags. And then one's 20 gallon, the other one's 15. And they started going in started to see the little holes on top. Somebody's trying to dig. And I'm like, wow, this sucks.
Yeah.
But nobody touched the broccoli yet. Nobody touched the cauliflower, Nobody touched the strawberries.
Sounds like raccoons, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea. Kind of got me worried a little bit. You know what? I want to dig, but I still got to weed, and I want to start planting because I'm excited. So what's more important right now? I guess the fence is more important than that one section because I'm doing section. I'm still on section 1. I got 4 sections to go.
Yeah.
But
man, I hope you don't have a raccoon problem. That's not good.
Those things are a pain.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder if a fox would eat it. eat like that.
Mm-mm.
No.
Now raccoons, though, they have fingers and stuff. They'll just get into anything. Yeah, we have. I don't know. Like, I think a lot of people also in the city, though, like, they think feeding raccoons are just, oh, they're so cute. Just look at the little trash pandas. Oh, and really, they're not cute. They're not cute. They're very destructive. And yeah, a lot of people feed them, and I hate that. Like, don't feed them because then they'll come back. Yeah, it's just so frustrating, and it's frustrating to deal with here because they kill chickens.
They'll come back, and they'll get babies, and then coming back, and then vicious, and they'll.
No, Shawnee Shad, the blood meal would probably attract them more because that stuff really stinks. We have a resident groundhogs who live under the Shabin, and they eat a lot of garden produce, especially the melons. And we have a resident raccoon too who loves to come out and eat our cat food.
Oh wow!
Oh, good luck with that.
If you're near a hunting supply store where you could get fox urine, the fox is actually probably hunting your raccoon. They eat meat more than anything else. So if you could get like some fox urine, that would keep a lot of those critters out of your garden by putting it on cotton balls and having it where they could smell it.
I mean, that's so true, and that's so gross. But I'm seriously considering getting cougar pee and sprinkling that around because we don't have cougars here. I think if like an animal smelled that, they'd be like, "Whoa!" Like I'm not coming near that. Like, I'm considering that. Somebody told me to pee in the spot where my turkey got killed, and that would, but unfortunately, the spot where my turkey got killed is right on the border of my neighbors. So my husband going over there and peeing, be like, "Hey neighbors, just peeing." Just pee
you gotta be smart about this. You pee in the cup and then you take the big gulp cup over and you dump it on the spot. You don't make it obvious.
Oh, so you've seen a few cougars around here, huh, King Pooba?
Too funny.
Here, I don't know if you guys can see this. This one, nope. I guess you can't.
Oh, I can.
See the raccoon.
Little trash panda.
That's right outside our door. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you're allowed to trap them. I don't know what is allowed in New Jersey, but
Main trap probably.
You could get a trap and like you'd have to get a cage type of trap. You can lure them in with peanut butter, and they love sardines.
Ugh. I have fish emulsion if you need it too.
So maybe that's the reason why they went after the potatoes, because I use all that Jersey smell in my potatoes.
Yeah.
I love it. Outdoor Eagle, you're cracking me up right now because we were talking about cougar pee, and my husband's like, there's a few cougars around here, and he says, "LL Korky, you want me to pick up pick up the next time I go and do a delivery in the Hamptons." Is that like Joe with Jersey Shore?
I tell you what, you see some girls right outside the bar in a parking lot taking a pee because they can't make it to the bathroom before they have to leave. And you see girls squatting on the side, and they're like, I can't believe this.
Velociraptor urine.
Hey, girls, pee in here. It's free.
Yeah, that's another thing is you can't shoot in the city. And I've actually seen when I lived in the city, I didn't realize that. And I told somebody, why don't you just shoot it? Because I grew up in the country. Like, just go and shoot it. You can't do that in the city. However, you can do a crossbow or something like that, and it would be a little bit better. But they might actually die a horrible death then. So
Yeah, I don't want to hurt an animal, but I'm not opposed to making it decide that my yard is not the best place to live. So that's
Joe,
why
can
the
you
fox-
get a Snooki urine?
That's what I need to do. I'm going to invite a whole bunch of girls to a party, get them drunk, and tell them pee by the garden. That's all I need to do.
Hey, Hunt and stuff. Thanks for coming in. We
I
are
can
in
Uber
the
'em
city
home.
with neighbors close by. Yeah, when you're in the city with neighbors close by, a gun is not an option. So
no.
No.
Speaker of cougars, I have one in the trash right now. It's out. It's Smelly Ellie. She's in the trash. I can hear her. She's already eaten a fruit cup. So yeah, I have to. I'm sure I'm going to have a trash mess here in a minute to pick up.
So she's a trash panda too, huh? Without the mask.
She is something. Oh, now she has more confidence because Dustin cut the hair around her eyes so she can see. Oh, so now she's like Miss Sassy Priss. Like,
and Fred's taken down the gate, so there's no barriers for her either now.
She stole some toast earlier.
Yes, I made Fred toast and I gave him a fruit cup, but she ate all the toast and now she ate the fruit cup because Fred wouldn't eat. Fred's not been feeling good. He's been having a runny nose. I honestly think it's allergies now because I took an allergy pill earlier and my eyes stopped burning. So I think this is just an allergy thing I'm going through. Ellie is getting brave. Yeah. Oh, I forgot, Diggs. You met Smelly Ellie. Yes, and she is really brave, and she stole Jay and Blue's steak when they were here. She just thinks that she can get on the table and do whatever she wants. I'll never forget that because I don't know if we were all just drunk and they let her back in the house. I don't know what, but she went back in the house and she literally stole, I don't know if they had a DeMonte steak or a T-bone steak. I don't know what it was, but she took that sucker right off the table. It was like, I can't believe she did that. Yeah. Yeah, she is getting brave. Good old Smelly Ellie. She's a good girl, though. She really is a good girl. She's a dog. Like, she does dog things.
She's living her best dog life, you know?
Oh, and she's a hardcore bitch. I mean, she has a tattoo, for God's sakes. She's just a hardcore bitch. She really is. It's really funny. I laugh about that because when they gave her surgery to spade her or whatever, that's what they do now is they tattoo a blue line on her stomach. So if she ever was lost or whatever, they can look at the stomach and say, "Oh, she has a tattoo. She's had a surgery." So yeah. Now what's really funny is my mom's dog is like that. Her little Shih Tzu, and her name's Betty. I'm like, Mom, Betty's a hardcore, bitch. Look at her. She's got a tattoo. We all laugh about it. Yeah, Gina was the first witness to that steak thing. Yes, it was so funny. That was such a good time. I hope you can come back out, Diggs, because we laugh. I don't think I ever laughed so hard. Everybody had such a good time.
And I get to come this year, so I'm excited. Ooh.
Yeah.
Lettuce.
Yep, just some room.
Nice.
So I could have lettuce for everybody at work for for a couple weeks.
Nice.
It's awesome. I tell you what,
Ours
it's so
is
easy
still-
growing in a grow bag.
Oh, cool. Ours is not big yet, but it was out in the cold for a while. We had this, I forget what it's called. Babe, what was the name of that lettuce? I can't remember. It was specific for cold weather. And yeah.
Was it Paris? Was it romaine?
I can't remember what it was called. We got it for free through Baker Creek.
Was it the Great Lakes?
Yeah, Green Lakes. I think it could be.
I can't remember. He'll be able
Grand
to tell.
Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
I think so. Landis winter lettuce.
Landis, okay.
But yeah, it was Landis winter lettuce, and it's already had a frost on it and everything, and it's still out there. It's doing great. I've never had it, so I don't know what it tastes like. I also planted Rocky Top. Rocky Top is one of my favorite mixtures. It's not an actual lettuce per se. It's like a mixture of a bunch of lettuces, and they call it Rocky Top. But it's a great mixture. I think there's even romaine or something in there. It's just a really great mixture. Yeah, okay. The kayak, huh? Cool.
I'm out of wine. No.
My van died, and I spent a lot of money putting a rack on for the kayak. And now the car I bought doesn't have a roof rack, and I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money putting a roof rack on so I can put my kayak on my car.
Aww.
Oh no.
I'm excited that you have that car. Like I'm happy for you. Like you really needed that. You needed that break, and I'm so glad that you got that. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Too bad you couldn't have pulled the roof rack off the van.
Yeah, it's not even the same anything. So, but I mean, when I say I spent a lot of money, I mean I went to a junkyard and got a used one off of a junked one, but it was half of what I would have paid on Amazon, but it was still a lot of budget. Now I got to do it all over again.
So I have some good news to share with everybody. I don't know if I shared it in a little bit in the beginning, but so my son is going to be a Dragon Scout, which we are super excited about him joining this because I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to go camping and do that stuff, and I'm just super excited. Well, not only that, the woman that is in the Dragon Scout group, her son was nonverbal and had a tablet where you could use to talk, and you could hit the pictures and whatever. Well, those are really, really super expensive, and they're hard to get it through insurance. So she has offered to give it to us as a donation. So I'm so excited for that. I'm excited for my son. These tablets are so expensive, and it's just, it's good karma. It really is. So this is good for us. And I really am so excited for that. My husband just told me tonight. So there's a lot of good things happening for us.
Roberta had a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally missed it. Any of yous coming to the Mid-American meetup at Park Hill? Yeah, I would, but Oklahoma is so far away. I'm in Northeast Ohio. I would totally go if I could. And if I didn't have my son, I would be there in a heartbeat. But traveling with him, I have no idea what the distance would be. That would be HE double hockey sticks for real. That would not work. I did want to go to the other one that they have in Paducah in Kentucky with Stringfield Ridge. They just posted that if you want to get the hotel at a discount, you have to get it before Memorial Day or something. And so I really wanted to do that. But once again, I have my son. I can't just leave him with anybody. And so I would have to take him along. And I don't know how he would react. So, hey, yo, CR, what's going on? The woman and her son were at the zoo with you guys. Yes, they were. And honestly, okay, I was with Fred's speech therapist the entire time. So I didn't really hang out with anybody. Like I didn't talk to anybody really. You know what I mean? So I didn't really get to know a lot of the other kids. So I didn't know that he was at the zoo with us. But that's so cool that they were. I'm between Dayton and Cincy going after I hit up Missouri to do something I need to do. Well, that's cool. Oh, please do come. I would love to meet you in person. Oh, Duncan, you're such a sweetheart. I would love to meet you. I would love to come. I used to live in that area. I lived in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. So Paducah was like an hour away from Hopkinsville. I don't even think it was that, but I would have loved to come. I would love to come. It has to do with money and everything else. And, Yes, actually, I've met Sherry and Daryl. I love them to death. They only live like an hour or so away from me. So yeah.
We will be in Ohio at the Food Security Summit, though, on June 21st and 22nd.
Yes, if you guys want to come to that, it's through Superb. Superb is sponsoring actually both of us, like Tammy and me. And we're going to Southern Ohio. It's the Food Security Summit. And they talk about, all different kinds of stuff. And there'll be like a canning demonstration. And Tammy will be speaking. And it's just going to be tons of fun. I believe it's in Sugar Creek, right?
Millersburg.
That's
it's
it.
It's technically in Millersburg, but it's like, right there with Sugar Creek, Millersburg, and Berlin, right in that little thing.
Can you share the information about it, or do you have?
They have not sent me. I got to get a hold of her again because they have not sent me the promotional materials yet. So I'll make sure that you have it as soon as I have it, Roberta. We're on Facebook. I'll get it to you.
Duncan, I love Sherry to death. I love her and Daryl. They came and visited my farm. They have not seen the expansions that we have done. So they just saw, little bits of our garden and stuff. They are the sweetest, nicest couple. And prayers go out to Sherry because she's been going through a really hard time with a lot of medical issues, constantly in and out of the hospital. So prayers for her. She is Nana's Menagerie. And Two Family Homestead. Nana's Menagerie is a member of my channel still. I love them to death. Like they are the reason why the channel is the channel, because I started off with like one subscriber, and I found Two Family Homestead in their group. And it's been, great ever since. And I have them to thank for that. So just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Couldn't ask for anything better. And the fact that I've actually met them, I met them right before she got sick the first time. Mm-hmm. And such a sweetheart. Just love them. Aw, she's a second mama. Aw. She's a sweet, sweet woman. Yeah, and she's fun. She's fun and she's ornery. I love that. She's
genuine.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her videos, and I'm really Daryl. I really miss Daryl being able to do his.
I miss their lives on Monday nights. Like I just totally miss that. Like I wish I can't do that. Like what they did, no one can mimic that.
I don't have the knowledge.
Like they were fantastic. Yeah, Sherry is a character. She really is. And she's such a sweet, sweet woman. Good people. And, they're the reason why I watched. I had no idea that they knew Doug and Stacy, best friends with them. I had no idea they got involved with Roots and Refuge. They were friends with the Stivers. I got to meet these people, these wonderful people. And Morgan from Goldshaw Farm, I got to meet these wonderful, wonderful people through them as well, so super cool. Super cool. I just really miss them. I wish they could get back to it. And honestly, I think Sherry wishes she could get back to it too. She probably really misses it and misses traveling and doing all that kind of stuff. Yes, they helped a lot of people on YouTube. And I'm really grateful. I don't even have like the subscribers that most people have. I only have 1,600, I think, right now. And I don't even have, and I'm grateful for every second that they have shown me. Every Monday night I was in their chat. Like they did the wheel and they'd pick your channel and then they would like basically critique your channel. Yep. And they would tell you what you're doing wrong, what is going on. Oh, your thumbnail looks, they would basically, hey, your thumbnail looks like shit. That's what's going on. Like
Yeah.
they would tell you what is up, you know, and I really kind of miss that because I miss being on that wheel and having Daryl tell me what I'm doing wrong every week.
Yeah. And I wasn't putting my name back on that wheel if I hadn't done my homework for the week. If I hadn't fixed all the things that he critiqued, there was no way I was putting my name back on that wheel. I'm watching the chat, but I'm not putting my name up because I knew I was going to get called out. We just talked about this. Why didn't you fix? Why does your playlist not have a description?
Yeah. And I've been bad. I've been really bad because I overlook a lot of things. You know, the only person I can say who is extremely detailed on this panel is Gil. Like, he's extremely detailed when it comes to his videos. All of them are numbered. Like, he has, you know, he's just extremely detailed. Oh, he has a $2 bill from them as well. That's something.
There's my $2 bill from them.
That's all right. Y'all can keep your $2 bill. I've got the nicest cast iron frying pan you ever would see.
Did you win the layman's one?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. But that's what I miss. I miss the community. There were so many people I met. Duncan was one of them. Dutch Off Grid. I miss him. There's like the community that used to get together there that I just miss, you know? And everyone was so nice because they all knew that you were starting out and this is, you know, and the community was great.
That's how I met Darren from Down Under Farm and Forge. And now he's like the night shift on Facebook for me for my Facebook channel, you know?
Yeah, you just meet a ton of cool people and that way. And I can only do so much, but I would have loved to have done something like that. Like I would have, you know, to be at that level to help people. And I had a ball calling in. Oh yeah, you could call in on the show. That was fun.
I did miss the night they got swatted though.
I missed that as well.
I did not. I was not there for that.
And the deputy that showed up, they knew him.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing here? Oh, we got a call of this.
Well, they're lucky because that's some serious stuff when people do that. Like you can get killed doing that. Like that's horrible. Like
I know there's some real, I won't say, but yeah, you know. So then you learn. Oh, always have a PO box. Always, you know. You learn from that too, though.
Yeah. Well, one of the things too is when I started my channel, one of the things as soon as I heard they were swatting some of the YouTube channels, I went down and had a conversation with the sheriff. And they have my address, my phone number, everything on file. They get any calls from here.
Hey, Susie.
They call me first because they know what it's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Susie Jacobson in the house.
Yeah, I'm on a first name basis with our local law enforcement officer too. So, you know,
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody did that to me, it would probably take them a minute to get to me. I'm not gonna lie. I live in a county that's just like, what? They don't even have a SWAT team. I don't even think. If they do, it involves two people. Like it's not like that, you know, not here. Now, if I lived in my other city, then I would have been terrified because that was a big deal. But hey, Huga, we were just talking about you, by the way, when your channel was CB and how you changed over and everything.
So I'm going to show you a picture of somebody. Before Joey had cancer, this was my workout sort of a partner at my gym, right? She's a mother of 10 kids. Right.
Oh, wow. And she's hot. Oh, wow.
This girl is a freak show.
Oh, my gosh.
So just imagine having 10 kids and having a body like that.
Yeah, those kids don't mess with that, Mom.
Yeah, she kind of reaches out, picks up. Now, what are you two doing? You guys better behave.
That's
and
crazy.
And they're in their late teens, so she's doing this with them probably.
I mean, just look at this stretch. Twist. Terry go do a pull up, all that stuff.
Go, girl.
I mean, it's stuff.
Prayers for Hugo. She just lost everything in her freezer.
Oh, no.
Unplugged. So prayers for you, and I'm so sorry that happened.
Is it still cold enough you could can some of it or cook it and refreeze it, or did it go so long? I'm sorry. That's horrible.
That's some guns.
Yeah, she does.
I'm jealous. I wish I had guns like that.
Oh, okay. So she can some.
Okay. Well,
Canning the chicken and rabbit. Okay, cool.
So sorry. That's horrible, though, because then you have to hurry up and rush.
Yeah.
Get it all done. Well, I guess you could keep it in the refrigerator for a minute, but still, it's like.
Well, thing is, if it was that the chest freezer CB that went down, or was that a combination refrigerator freezer that went down?
She's 53 years old, by the way.
Wow, she doesn't look 53. I'm sorry, but she seriously doesn't look a day after 40. She does.
After 25.
No.
I was not even in that good of shape before I had kids. So,
all right, chest freezer. Okay.
I was a kid in elementary school that could not climb that rope in elementary
I
school.
either. I was horrible.
You made us do that. That was like torture. Why would you do that to people?
Everybody hated me in my gym class in junior high. I climbed that rope upside down. I was in a gymnastics class, for many, after school gymnastics class from the time I was 8.
That's insane.
They all hated me when I went, oh, no one can do that. I climbed that upside down. I'm going, get there. It's like,
yeah.
I wish I could do that now. Oh, I so wish I could do that now. But so her chest freezer went down.
I'm sorry, Hugo. That's horrible. I lost the last power outage that we had. I lost everything in my refrigerator. I knew I was going to, though, and I felt okay with that because I had just like condiments and stuff like that. It wasn't that big of a deal. Now, if I would have lost everything in my deep freeze in the basement, I think I would have cried. So I feel your pain. I really do. That was so stressful in gym class. I couldn't do that. Oh, I can't do the rope. And then the peg thing. Did you guys have to do the peg?
That was horrible. No, I couldn't do that.
Never do that.
We had that in wrestling practice. We had to like squat.
I was terrified. There was some kid that went all the way to the top and hit the flag at the top. I couldn't have done that. I could barely do like the one knot. There was no way.
Why couldn't they just stuck to like did you guys have the parachute that you blow the air up and down? And
yeah, I loved that.
That was more my speed, where you just sit there and.
Yeah, I loved that parachute. That was like the coolest relaxing thing. And then watching the colors, because ours was like multicolored. Yeah. So you watch the colors spin around. Yeah.
The battery's probably charged up by now. I got to get out there and work on it because I got some stuff I got to move before I head to California on Friday morning. So, got to go do some tractor work, guys.
Okay, Gil. Well, thank you for coming up. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate you.
Good thing. All right. See
Take
you guys
care,
later.
Gil. Thank you.
Later.
The other torture in gym class they did to us was that we had to do square dancing.
Oh, I had to do that too. That's so funny.
So first of all, we have to get the full mental picture because it's, the 70s here. And we had to wear short shorts and they had to be our school colors with the knee-high socks with the stripes on them in our school colors. While square dancing with the other most awkward person in my class.
Yeah, we did square dancing. But we didn't have to wear uniforms at gym. We just, we had our clothes on because, we were younger. It wasn't like we were in high school and we had to switch to gym clothes or something. So when we did this, we were younger and we did square dancing. We did the parachute thing. We did tumbling. We did all that cool stuff. I loved that. I thought gym class. Then I got to middle school and I got to high school and I'm like, where's the parachute?
See, I love dodgeball and kickball.
Yeah.
Did you ever play a game called Dare Base? It's like between dodgeball and tag, freeze tag.
No, I don't remember that. We didn't call it that. If anything.
Did you ever play that, Matt?
No.
Okay.
Either.
I think it was very specific to the school I was at because nobody else has ever heard of this game. But
Matt, how old are you? Are you my age?
35.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm older than you. But yeah, okay. So did you do the parachute or anything like that?
We did the parachute thing and dodgeball, and we did a game called Knockout with basketball. You had to in order to get the guy behind you out, you had the the guy in front had to score a goal, and then another person had to get him out. It's kind of weird. It was a pretty fun game though.
Okay, dodgeball was aggressive because you always got those couple boys that thought it was so cool to just like ram a girl, like hit her as hard. We're gonna get her with this rubber ball. We got it.
You know what happens when you pick on the quiet one in the class and then you hand them a dodgeball? I was going for their heads, every one of them.
Oh, Green Granny, I'm so glad you're here. I hope we're making you laugh. That's mainly the main purpose of it.
Did you have the different size dodgeballs, like the real small ones, the bigger ones, and the real big ones?
No, we just had the soccer ball size.
Yeah, we had like real small ones, and everybody used to go for those because you can like grip them and really throw them real hard.
And they were that rubber ball with the grippy stuff, the red rubber.
When you got hit by one of those, it hurt.
Oh yeah.
It had welts. You get these big raised welts on your shoulders and your back because if you turned your back, you could always tell the boys in the class would take off their shirts, and you could always tell they'd have these big welts on the back where they'd been hit by that ball.
Hi, T-Han. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting the channel. Thank you for being a member. Yeah, dude, dodgeball. Yeah. You know what we used to play? And I don't even know how we did this. You can, oh, wait, hold on. Hey, Courtney, beam me up. I got something to tell you after. Okay, cool. You can come up anytime. This is funny. We used to play hockey. Did you guys ever play hockey? We had hockey sticks. And my gym teacher would be like, my gym teacher had an accent. I hope she's not watching. Like, hope she never this. Because my mom used to do her hair and like, yeah. So like my gym teacher would be like, put on your penny. Your penny was like that. It was like a tank top or something that you put on, and there were yellow and orange. So you knew which team.
What team you're on.
Yeah. And then we would play hockey. And I learned about hockey then. And it still has stuck with me. I love it. But the boys would be so nasty. Like they would hit you with the hockey stick and get your fingers. Like it hurt. And here is the link again, Marshmallow Man. Sorry. Anyone that wants to come up, they can join in. You just have to be respectful and show your face. I was taught by nuns they could hit a sleeping kid with a razor from 20 feet away. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that is freaking hilarious. But yeah, that's so funny that you said that because my mom went to a Catholic school and she was terrified of nuns. But I have a great aunt who was a nun of the Sisters of Notre Dame. And they were terrified of her to a certain extent. And then the nuns somehow got lenient and they could leave the convent. And she started coming here on the weekends and like hanging out and staying with my other aunt. And she could do a lot more. She could rent a car for the weekend, and the convent allowed her to do a lot more stuff. So then we got to know her a lot more. But there for a while, they weren't allowed to leave the convent. They weren't allowed to do anything like that. So, and then they got a little more loose, and they didn't have to wear the habit, and they didn't have to wear all of that either. So over the course of a period of time, I got to be really close with my great aunt. And she was the most peaceful person. Such a sweetheart. Like, she was just like, her energy when you were around her, you just felt closer to God because of her. Like, she was a perfect example. She was just wonderful, a wonderful human being. And I'm sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there. Yeah, you missed those times.
Roberta talked about doing jump rope. Now, we didn't do jump rope in gym, but we had a principal in elementary school that taught us how to do all those jump rope tricks, like double jump roping, double dutch, and jumping in and seeing how many people we could get in the jump rope at the same time. So I did a lot of jump rope on the playground, but never in gym.
I'm sorry. Was somebody going to say something and I cut them off? And I'm so sorry. Okay, we're good. Okay.
We're good.
Believe me, I've only had I'm not even finished with my second glass of wine, people. So we're good.
Did you see Becca Loves Me?
Oh, I'm kind of jealous because I understand the hype about going to a gas station and getting a drink now, because I went there the other day we have Circle K here. We also have Speedway and stuff too, but Circle K is literally 5 minutes from the house. So I went to Circle K and they have a Lipton mango tea. Have you guys ever had that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is awesome. And I got a huge drink of it. It was only like 58 cents. Mm-hmm. And I got a huge drink and I loved it. And I can understand why I would just want to go to a gas station and get a drink, because it was awesome. Really sure I spelled that wrong. And it's sticks that are padded, and you stand 5 feet in the air on a beam and duke it out with the sticks. Ooh, I don't remember that. Bugle sticks, says Diggs. Interesting. I don't remember that at all. But then again, I don't know. I'm not the age of some people, so they remember different things. Okay, not on the phone now. Hi, everyone. Oh, yeah. I never try. I'm not rude, but when I am on my phone, I can't say hi to everybody. I would be a typing fool. So I always tell people when I'm on my phone, hey, I'm on my phone. Like, I can't say hi to everybody, but when I'm on my computer, I'm like,
well, it auto fills in. That's what helps. Like, if you're on the computer, it auto fills in. It does not do that on the phone, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So you thought you were Conan the Barbarian, huh? Use voice to text. Oh, that's a really good idea. I didn't think about that. I'll need to do that. Ooh. Oh, we lost the Marshmallow Man.
Marshmallow.
That's it. We got to really hook him up with some Starlink or something. We need to get that man some better internet.
Mm-hmm. You know, this is what I've learned over the past years of being on YouTube. Wi-Fi sucks. If you can, hardwire your computer. Because there for a while, this computer was only running on Wi-Fi. And I was always digital. It was always in and out. I always had a huge issue with trying to stay connected on here. And Viper actually helped me hardwire my computer. And once I got all that done, I haven't really had an issue unless the power went out or the internet went out. I've never really had an issue since. But hardwiring your computer is so important if you want to stay connected. Oh, a Wi-Fi extender. I had bought one a long time ago, and it was written in Chinese because it was like kind of a cheaper thing. And I still have it, and it's never been connected. Like, I can't figure it out.
They've improved them. You just plug them in now.
Yeah. Before I had to like connect it to my Bluetooth and it wouldn't connect. It was such a piece of crap. I will never do that again.
We didn't get the duct tape out fast enough. Sorry, Diggs.
They also have those too nowadays. So these things make your power anywhere in your house, so you can plug an Ethernet into like a laptop or whatever, and you get a strong signal. It's like hardwired, but different options.
Yeah. I thought about getting a Wi-Fi extender just so it could reach to the barn, because if not, then I'm on my cell service.
Is your barn connected to the same internet, electricity, like the same?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You could do those. I just saying.
Yeah. So I might have to. I lucked out because I used AT&T self-service thumb drive type device for internet. It helps the tower is just down. Oh, okay. So you basically have a booster through your self-service.
You have the little box that's the Wi-Fi that you can take wherever. I love that. I had that one from AT&T, and then I had one from Verizon. AT&T, good. Verizon.
Yeah, I don't know what I have right now. I think it's AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is freaking hilarious, guys. I live out in the sticks. So like when I was younger, I had cell service. I had to go to the end of my driveway to use my phone. I'd be like, "Can you hear me now?" It would never work in my house. Cell service has changed so much throughout the years. It's insane. But yeah, it would never. And also, if you guys have, I know somebody that has an all cinder block house. Their house is made of cement. And so if your house is made like that, your Wi-Fi service will not go through those walls.
Nope.
So a lot of people have that issue too. So if you, you might have to stick to one room. A lot of people have issues with getting Wi-Fi to their smart TV because that's what everybody does now. But if you have an all brick house, or an all cinder block house, the cement will keep your signal from working. It's a pain. I don't have that issue, but I knew somebody that does, and it's like, oh.
We still have one of those roto dial things somewhere's hooked up. Not in my house, my parents' house.
Really?
And they still have one of those hooked up.
A rotary phone, huh?
I got a picture of that.
Oh wow!
I don't think many people know what he
does. It?
Yeah.
Does it still work?
I got to say, it's in a garage.
Okay.
So, but they used it when I moved out. It was still working, but that was, I say, around 2000. It was still working fine.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It's funny. Growing up, I used a rotary phone. Like every room in the house had one, and they used 3 prongs to plug it in. And my grandmother had a huge one, one of those tall ones, the rotary, it was black or whatever. And so I grew up using that, but I didn't know at the time they rented those phones. They didn't buy them. They rented them from the phone company. They paid like $12 a year or something for those phones. I'm like, oh my God. So throughout the years, when they disconnected them and they got regular phones, they forgot about that. And the phone company was still charging them $12 a year for those stupid phones. My grandmother had one. It was about this big and it was pink and it was in the basement. And there's still a hole in the wall where that phone was. It's so hilarious. So funny. But yeah, they were charging her $10 a year or something for that phone. It was so funny. I'm like, I can't believe you guys paid for that. But then again, they had party lines then as well.
I love
how uncomfortable you would have felt. You're having an intimate conversation with somebody, and somebody's just like, "Hey, I want to talk to Marge."
Yeah, well, first of all, you call, and you want to talk to somebody you are more than friends with. And of course, everybody on the line answers, even though their ring is different, so they can find out who's calling who. And then you finally get to that person and you had to speak in code. Like you couldn't really say what you wanted because you knew they were all still listening.
Mm-hmm.
So like even when you said stuff, it wasn't really what you were saying because you had this code. You would be like,
It's funny.
Yeah.
My brother was his nickname was Hollywood. So just think Hollywood, right? So he would have his he would go out. I would answer all those phone calls too. See who he's dating, see all the girls. I thought it was some of the coolest things. So all of a sudden, I want to see how far I could go with this. Girl calls, "Hey John, how you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing great. I'm in 8th grade." And I'm just thinking a conversation. "Oh, we got to go out. I'd love to take you on a date." Totally bullshitting. And all of a sudden, all conversation was pretty funny. It was anyway. My brother goes, "Who did you just talk to? And what did you say?" I said, I set you up on a date on Friday." "With who?" "I don't know, some girl named this."
Hey, Star. Thanks for coming in, honey.
Hey, Star, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Star.
But yeah, so funny stuff, guys, from the past that I remember. And I was still kind of a part of that era because my parents are very old school, 50s and 60s kind of people. And so I remember most of the stuff, like 45s and all of that. I'm not out of touch with a lot of that because I grew up with that. Like my parents listened to 45s and all of that stuff. So it's kind of funny.
Do you still have the 45s?
Yes, my mom has thousands of them. Yes. The MASH, the Monster MASH, all that stuff we had on 45s. Used to play it in my basement all the time because my friend growing up, my parents were big party people. Now I'm not talking like party like today. They were just into just having a party. Like my mom would throw a party at the drop of a hat, anything. And one time they had bluegrass people here at the house singing, and my mom was just into it. So at one point, my mom had this huge bar in the basement, and it was set up like a diner. She had booths, like you could eat and whatever. So they had a whole diner in the basement. So my best friend and I growing up, we used to go in the basement and pretend like we were playing diner, and we would put on those 45s and pretend like we were serving people, because we were kids. And so I just has such fond memories of doing that kind of stuff and playing with the records and all of that stuff. Hey Skinner, thanks for coming in.
Ginger. She called home. You'd call home, collect, and when they asked for your name, instead of saying your name, you would say where you were at, so that your parents just knew where to pick you up. And then they refused the call, and you wouldn't get the charge, and your parents would know where to get you. I may have done that.
See, okay. You guys probably would never believe this, and that's okay. But I was always a good kid. Always. Never did anything bad. I would go home. My parents trusted me. My curfew was always 12:30, and I was home by 12:30, and that was that. And what's funny is though, all the kids that I went to school with, their curfew was not 12:30. So if they wanted to like hang out and and feel like a rebel, they would come to my house and spend the night because my parents, because their parents wanted them in by 10:30 or something. And my parents' curfew was 12:30.
Mine was 12, but when I went away to college and came back home, then it was 11.
It went up.
I moved out quickly after that because I'm like, really? I haven't had a curfew at all, and I was a very good kid. I only did one kind of bad thing as a kid. I really didn't do.
Ginger, that's some of the best times. My grandfather was a musician, and my grandmother was a musician. My grandmother played the piano. My grandfather played the guitar, the mandolin, the violin, all of those things. And so growing up with Hank Williams, not Hank Williams Jr., the original Hank Williams, playing all of that stuff, like that's how I grew up. And it's funny because later on in life, I found out that Loretta Lynn is my cousin. And so I just, growing up, it makes me wonder if that was like God's plan for me a little bit, to grow up knowing a little bit of that because of who I am, you know. It's kind of funny how that has turned out. And apparently I'm related to Ricky Skaggs. So it's just funny.
And you didn't even meet him. We had a chance to meet him. I wanted you to meet him because it was funny. Like the week before, I found that in your DNA thing, and then, but another time. It was cold.
Yeah, when you grow up and still have to ask your parents before you can go out because you need a babysitter. Yeah.
Imagine if we had everybody in this chat act like what were you like when you were 10 years old? And everybody like have a conversation like we were a 10-year-old. What we did as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't think
Imagine CR, like just simple CR as a 10-year-old starting a conversation, you know? And what's this whole community.
I don't think
Go ahead.
I don't think anybody wants to listen to me thump my Bible and quote scripture. But
Girl, you did that at 10?
Oh yeah. I was like very precocious and yeah.
Party wine.
When you tell people not to call you and then they call you anyway.
That's interesting. Yeah, T-Hand, I found out that I'm related to Johnny Cash. There's quite a few people in my family tree that is Cash's. And I'm also related to Loretta Lynn, which is so funny because when I found my original cousins, my cousin's mother grew up next to Loretta Lynn. And she remembers them. You know, they remained great friends growing up and whatnot. So it's kind of funny how this all plays out. And I do sing, but I wouldn't consider myself a great singer or anything like that. But it's just funny how that has played out, you know.
You have a very good voice.
Thanks.
Now, Thomas Gabriel, which is his grandson, he was supposed to come over to my house and sing for Joey when Joey was going through cancer.
That is so funny that you say that because I've heard him sing. Doesn't he have a band?
Yeah. Yep.
He does. And he played one of the car they had like a car show and his band played. And I heard him and I was like, that sounds just like Johnny Cash. This guy is amazing. He sounds just like him. My husband did some research and he's like, yeah, that's Johnny Cash's like relative.
Yep.
And I'm like, I can't believe I heard him sing. And it was super cool. Like, yeah. So I'm just in awe that I'm related to the family and, you know, it's not deep or anything. I was adopted, so I don't really know everything. But his grandson, thank you, King Poobah. I'm adopted, so I don't really know all the details. But Tammy has helped me out tremendously. She's very good at research like that. So super cool stuff that I found out about myself. But yeah, I do have a singing channel. It's Korky's Mojo. If you ever want to go over there, it's really, it's been a while since I sang. It has been a while since I've did a live over there. So if you want to go over there and check out some of my stuff, you can. And yeah, leave a comment.
How you doing, Howie?
Howie. But that's why I said all this time that Skinner is my cousin. Because I have Skinners in my family tree.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because he's also from Indiana. which most of my relatives are from Peru, Indiana, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, you are from Indiana and your last name is Skinner. We have to be related. And then he's told me that he is also related to Loretta Lynn as well. So we could be on opposite ends. We could not be, we might not be related, but we're on opposite ends here. So it's just kind of funny. It's funny how that works out.
How did the fishing work out for you, Howie?
Thank you, Outdoor Eagle.
Man, I'm still amazed with Howie and his intellect and everything like that. It's like, man, he's so freaking amazing. I could listen to him all day.
Oh yeah. Like, and so smart. Like when he does his videos about plants and stuff, like, and I know I've said it, you're probably sick of it, but like when I came to YouTube, it was to do a search on food forest permaculture or, permaculture. And Howie is the first channel I listen. I like binge watched all of him. Oh, good. You got your limit. Yummy. Good eating.
That's right, Diggs. Different branches of the same tree. And I don't know how far. I honestly, T-Hand, I can't remember. I think it's like a couple of months, then your memberships will come up. I can't remember. I think it's 1 or 2 months. Then your memberships will start coming up. And, it actually took me a minute because I had to figure out what I was going to do. And then I came up with the poop troop because I always made fun of people that got off my panel for a quick second. And I was like, oh, he's pooping. It was a joke. And so then it just kind of like Tammy right now, she's pooping. You just don't know.
It's all good.
But yeah, it was always a joke then. And so that's where I came up with the poop troop. And, and then we're also farmers. So it kind of went into play. I mean, if you don't spread poop, then you don't really know. You don't know. But yeah, that's where the poop troop came from. So fun stuff, fun knowledge today. Yeah, that's where that came from. I'm so excited about my garden. I even got some apple trees sprouting. That's so cool, Ginger. Your channel has just grown tremendously as well. And if you go over to Ginger Ninja's channel, her voice is just so relaxing. She is just this down-home Southern woman with such a great voice. She should read stories. That's how good her voice is. And yeah. And she's funny as hell. She did this one little blip. I never forget this. She did this one little blip where she dressed up a ginger and put a mask on it and had it doing different things. It was great. I'm like, oh my God, that's Ginger Ninja. I love it. All right, guys. Well, it's getting to be 2 hours. I cannot believe we've been on for 2 hours and it doesn't feel like it because we all get along well and we've been talking about it's just wonderful. This is such a wonderful connection with people. So thank you so much for being on. I actually have to put my chickens away because my husband couldn't do it. So that's why I have to leave. But thank you guys so much for coming on and hanging out. Don't forget, if you want to be a member of my channel, it only costs 99 cents a month. That's $12 a year. It's so much fun. And I have a lot of videos. So you can take advantage of that and learn a lot. I'm so glad, T-Hand. Oh, thank you, Roberta. Thank you so much for coming in. You're such a sweet person. So thank you guys so much. We will see you all. Let's see. Today's Wednesday. Friday, we will be doing the Blue Ribbon Canning Show with Tammy. And I already have an idea of what we're going to do. We're going to be talking about hot and cold packing your jars. So come and hang out with us at the Blue Ribbon Canning Show. And stay tuned with us about Superb Canning because Superb makes some awesome lids. And we will be doing the Food Summit in Southern Ohio this year as well. I love you guys. Thank you for coming on, and we will see you all next time. Bye, y'all. Peace.
Hi.